And now, an application problem. You might have to take some antacid or something that'll settle your stomach. I know how everybody feels about application problems. But this one's not too bad, as you will see. I'm going to read it aloud to you, even though I know you can read. It says the printed area of a page measures 6 inches by 9 inches. So 6 by 9 is the printed region. All the margins of the page have the same width. If the area of the entire page is 70 square inches, what is the width of each margin? So let's start by letting x, let's say, let x be the width of each margin. Now we've got 4 margins. We've got the left margin and the right margin. And the top margin and the bottom. And they're all of the same width. And we're told that the area of the entire page is 70 square inches. Now that's not the area of the printed part. That's not 70. That's actually 54. We're being told that the area of the entire page, that includes the printed region and its margins, is 70 square inches. Now remember, the area of a rectangle is length times width, or base times height, or something like that. Either or. In this case, let's call this the width. The width of the entire page is going to be 6 plus x, which is, let me highlight that, which is 6 plus 2x. And the length is 9 plus x, which is 9 plus 2x. It's the length of the entire page. So let's substitute in for L, 9 plus 2x, or I'd prefer to write that as 2x plus 9. And the width is 2x plus 6. And this product must equal 70. Okay, so the question is, what do we do next? How do we solve this quadratic equation? Don't set each factor equal to 70. We are going to end up using the 0 product property. There is no 70 product property. So what I want to do is essentially write this quadratic equation in what we call general form. So let's do this. Let's FOIL out the 2x plus 9 times 2x plus 6. We get 4x squared. Multiply the outer terms together, 12x. Multiply the inner terms together, that's 18x. Multiply the last terms together, I get 54. Still have 70 on the right-hand side. Let's combine these like terms. This is 4x squared plus, did you hear my bird? He's a very, very talkative today. So I get 4x squared plus 30x plus 54 equals 70. Remember, I want to write this in general form, which means I want 0 on, well, in this case, it's going to be the right-hand side. So subtract 70 from both sides. Now at this point, I want you to notice that each term has a factor of 2. So we could start by factoring out 2 on the left-hand side. Here's an alternative to that. Rather than factoring out a 2, if you want to, you can divide both sides by 2. If you divide both sides by a constant, non-zero constant, you do not run the risk at all of losing a solution. That's what I'm going to do in this case. I'm not going to factor out at 2. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So the left side and the right side are both divided by 2. Dividing this by 2 is equivalent to dividing each of the terms by 2. So let's do that. 4x squared over 2 is 2x squared. 30x over 2 is 15x. 16 over 2 is 8. And of course 0 over 2 is 0. Now at this point, I have a quadratic equation in general form. I can do one of two things here. I can certainly use a quadratic formula if I want to. I could also, well, hopefully I'll be able to factor this. I'm certainly going to try, and that's what I want you to do right now. Either using whatever method you're most comfortable with, be it guess and check, or grouping, or the divide and slide method. I want you to go ahead and stop the video right now, factor if you can, and then resume the video, and let's see if you come up with the same thing that I come up with. Hopefully this is what you came up with. If you didn't, try again. Try to figure out what you did wrong. Or if you'd like to, again, you can use a quadratic formula. There's nothing that says you can't do that. Now we're going to use a zero product property. Got 0 on one side. Set each factor equal to 0. Solve for x. Now, can the width of a margin be -8? And in this case, the units would be inches. I don't think so. Can't be negative. So this is the only viable solution. So the width of a margin, or each margin, is ½ of an inch. Now let's just very quickly check that to make sure that it makes sense in the context of the problem. Let's go back and read the problem again. The thing that we want to focus on here is that the area of this entire page has to be 70. Well, again, to get the area of the entire page, multiply the length by the width. Since the width of a margin is half, the width of this page is going to be 1/2 plus 6 plus 1/2, which is 7. That's the width, sorry. That's what I'm calling the width. The length is 9 plus 1/2 plus 1/2, which is 10. What's 7 times 10? 70. Voila. Beautiful. Let me put a check there. I don't want to box it. This is actually what we're looking for. This is our check. And we're done.